As long as they're not rampanting. Okay, pulsing Aether Life. I'm surprised they didn't pop Plume here. Oh, they are popping Plume. Cool. Yep, that's a problem. Hey everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad. So we're going to give Zen another shot here. This is my super combo build. So this is the highest possible combo count that I can get, basically without completely just adding like terrible cards. And we already are kind of adding some terrible cards like Yellow Hundreds. But this is 36 combo cards, which is about as high as it goes, honestly, for Zen. After this point, the combo cards you have to start running are kind of just like mediocre things. I debated going, actually, hold on, let me check my blue count for this deck. Actually, this might turn into a Blue Key Unleashed. I was thinking about that actually before, but we're going to edit this on the fly. So add it to the deck. So now we're at 28 blues. Perfect. And this is 36 combo cards. So I think this is about as high as it gets before you start running things like Pounding Gale and like Rushing River and whatever. The notable inclusion for this deck is Yellow Hunterwinds. Hunterwinds obviously just gets better the more Hunterwinds you have, so maybe this card's fine. Also, just hitting it randomly off Harmony is +3 damage, so pretty good. I've not tested this deck extensively, but this is the thing that was in the back of my mind in terms of like testing. Just try and find new ways to try to break Zen, although I don't think there are a lot of avenues at this point. I think Harmony is probably the best avenue, but again, it's pretty weak, especially with kind of the low combo count we're running. In the board, we are keeping the board relatively the same, just needles, time skippers, whatever. And this deck actually hasn't been too bad in the current meta. The problem is kind of just like the arcane decks are just very, very disruptive, like Mind Warp and CNC and, you know, all kinds of nasty things. So definitely a little bit difficult, but I don't think Zen is completely trash. He still definitely has a lot of play to him. So we're going to go ahead and give this list a shot, and I'll see you all in the games. All right, looks like we have a Verdance. Let me see what I have on my Verdance board. I think the stacks are wrong. It's probably updated it incorrectly. So rank 60, and then I'll send them good luck, have fun. Do we want AB? Time Flippers is probably fine. I've debated AB1 versus AB0. I don't feel strongly either way, really. Okay, looks like they are in Plume and Storm Striders, which makes it a more arcane version, which is a little bit spooky. We will go ahead and pitch what here? We'll pitch our... Probably Tiger Swipe's fine. It's probably the most clunky card in our hand. I think the all-arcane build is definitely scary, but... I don't know. Still not super threatening. The worst part about Channel Millennium Tree is it just means that like they can just push over with Mind Warp and Aether. This is also why I don't think that running AB is entirely necessary, just because like how are you supposed to cover this really as then? Seems very difficult. Here, I think it's probably fine to go off an Arsenal in a Verdance. Like if I think they pitched an Aether Tide too. So maybe makes me feel like it's okay. You just send a bunch of damage at them. Seems reasonable. Could also keep the Key Unleashed, but I'm not like super attached to this having this card in Arsenal. See, well, obviously they don't have the decompose down yet, but part of the reason why I'm not super attached to having an Arsenal. Okay, so it looks like they're going to just game 3 here, so they're not pinging us yet, but they do activate their Waiting Moon for 5. It's pretty good. We're not going to AB, though. Our hand's actually pretty good. Or it's alright. It's not like the worst thing in the world. So I think we're going to definitely start with Harmony here. It will turn on their Stonewall, though, so we got to play around that a little bit, but let's fish off the top and see what we hit. Okay, Rising Sun Setting Moon is not ideal, obviously. And I think we're going to preserve the Harmony back in the deck, because it's one of the cards we're trying to build around here, at least. And then they have Stonewall, so how do we best play around that? It's probably by getting something that we can just play for free, so like a 1 cost, like Mauling. Yeah, probably just Mauling, honestly. Is there a better 1 cost? Probably not. Yeah, I think it's just mauling. So we'll start with the tiger and then do pouncing. They can get 2 value off their stone wall, but it's not very impactful. And we'll be able to arsenal our path well. I don't have to worry about their stupid tree anymore. Turn 1 tree is pretty nasty. I'm gonna send this for 6. So it's like a 3-card 11. It's not terrible. Okay, felling is definitely a little bit annoying, but we can double transcend, which is actually really good for us. So this is an attack trigger. Do I get the opportunity to respond to this? I guess we should do... I guess it doesn't really matter. We should just do it now. Arseling instance, or arseling your transcend cards against Verdance is also really good for this reason. Oh wait, this is the hand one. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me think if I want to undo that. So if this is the hand one, they take the Hunter ones, and we're just fine with that. So we don't need to transcend here. I thought this was a plow under. My brain is gone today. Okay, let's get rid of Hunter ones. So it's only coming in for 4, which is fine. I think we're just going to take this. We don't really need to get our chi because we already have double transcend here. And I think we're just going to pitch the grain to the levels and the path wall. And then get our chase aspect going. Yeah, we'll do our aspect. And we'll draw a card. And we already have go again, so we get our buff power, so we get the full modes. Pretty good. Not too shabby. Alright, Rootbound is for no decompose though. It's a little bit annoying if they want to set up. So here, I don't actually know if we want to Kakara first, because it basically turns on their Stonewall. So if we do Kakara, Tiger, they block 1, and the rest of the chase aspect is way worse. So if we save Kakar for the end and we do it now, we didn't play 1 cost yet, so the Tiger will come in for 0. So I think that's better, right? Do it now. Then we'll do our chase. So they're not going to get an opportunity to get Stonewall here. Where if we did it first, they would. Alright, keeping a 2-card hand could be a little bit annoying if it's a plow under. Yeah, but unfortunately you couldn't really use this card, so it is what it is. Okay, looks like they're just passing though. Okay, what is our play here? Well, we have a lot of 100 wins, so I guess that's a good thing for us. We can do 100 wins, 100 win, or 100 wins, 100 wins, or like 2-4. It's not amazing. We'll pitch 100 wins to just Kakara. I think it's the same amount of damage, right? Or is it? We get this out of our arsenal, though, which I think is okay. Maybe it is better the other way around. I'm not 100% sure. So we'll do a double 100 wins, though, which I think is okay. All right, they have the Fate, which is fine. They aren't on Surgent, though, which means we have to be a little bit less scared of just like their random like turns. Like Waning Moon, I think, is a lot less scary to me. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it feels like it's less scary. All right, Heartbeat plus Waning, so we take in 2. That's okay. They aren't attacking into our Traverse, though, which is a little bit annoying. This hand kind of needed it a little bit. So what is our play here? I feel like we want to start on Bittering. Then we do 2, or potentially 3. I don't love this hand. I want to honestly almost save this, but maybe it's better to just play it out. We're not going to get a ton of value out of it, though. Let's try to hold on to it, though, I guess. They have so much arsenal disruption that it feels bad, but they've seen one plow under, I think, already, and one destructive, so maybe it's a little bit unlikely they have arsenal disruption here. All right, double fruits block, I think, is good for me. We maybe should consider overpitching this as well. Yeah, I think that one maybe was a little bit of a punt. Yeah, we'll just finish on the bouncy key though. Okay, Carapace is fine. So this is looking almost like a low attack version of Verdance, which is kind of interesting. Definitely a lot of different ways you can build her. I think we keep the blue in hand and keep the chase in arsenal. Okay, it looks like they're just continuing their plan of not attacking though, which is really, really unfortunate. So we'll play out of harmony here. See what we hit. All right, bouncy key is good. Is it though? Not really. Yeah, it's very unfortunate that we don't get traverse value here. So I think we will... Let's go ahead and overpitch here. Also not really finding our transcends. It's definitely a difficult matchup, especially if they're... Like, I feel like if they attack into traverse, it's a lot better for us. Also surprised they didn't try to stonewall there, but I guess there's not really a good opportunity to. Alright, heartbeat is annoying. Oh, and rampant. Okay. Sure. Well, we can't really reasonably pay for all this because I think we're trying to race here. And then they got their rampant and graveyard, so they can just get that back whenever they want, which is a little bit spooky. So what do we want to do here? Probably just start on the bittering. Yeah, I think if you know that the Verdance is on like this kind of game plan, you maybe want to just not run Traverse, but it's hard to know with Verdance. Because there are, I think, a lot of different ways you can build her. And our hands haven't been amazing yet. I think we will do the 100 wins and just see what they give us for blocks. If they don't give us any blocks, I'm inclined to kind of go off an arsenal here. Because they haven't seen a lot of their like plow under stuff. Yep, exactly. Cool. At least we played around it. So I will block Traverse here, and then do we want to block Kasaya as well? They've seen all three of their heartbeats. We can also gain research. I don't think we block with Kasaya yet, although it might be a little bit greedy. It's a little difficult. Because I want to transcend, like we can find a blue transcend, pitch, gain resource. Make Kasaya is unnecessary. I'll feel super strongly about that. I think we're going to hold on to the Sacred Art for another turn. So I think we're doing Chase Aspect here, finishing on Key Unleashed, and then park this bad boy in Arsenal. Could also pitch it to Kakara if we want to pivot at any point. If like they're threatening like a plow under or something. So we will go ahead and just do normal Chase Aspect here. Yeah, but I think they're really smart for denying us the traverse value for this long. It's definitely a little bit unfortunate. And 6 Carapace is also quite rough. So now, depending on how many cards they keep, we can decide whether we want to Kakara or Key Unleash from this point. All right, well, I guess we don't have that information yet. So I guess now is when we have to decide. So is the +3 damage worth going off an arsenal? It might be, honestly. They are threatening it, or like a felling too. Can't really play around felling at all. Yeah, I think we're just pitching. Yeah, it seems like they really want to hold on to those two cards, so I think going off an Arsenal is fine against them. It does mean we lose out on our Sacred Art, but I think it's okay. All right, this is a pretty good Stonewall too. It looks like they maybe were fine going down to one card, so a little bit unfortunate there, but did get three value off Stonewall, which is pretty decent. All right, fruits and damage. So we're not gonna pay. And what are we doing on our turn? Some clunkers. I think we want to probably try to park the Harmony in our soul, so I think we're just sending 6 here, which is a little bit unfortunate. This is part of the problem with just the all combo build, is that you do get a lot more bricks, and maybe you can't afford that. Maybe some amount of like Tiger Generation in like the blues might help out with that. It's definitely very difficult to go all in on combo. All right, 6 damage. We can block 6 damage, but is our hand better than that? We can block 6 here and then send 2 into levels for 5. Hold on to this. Might be worth it, honestly. They haven't seen the Rampants either, which is a little bit scary. So we block 6 here alternatively, and then do 1 on our turn. We can do... I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's best here. This kind of sucks. I feel like block 6 might be fine. And send 7. It's weak, but might be the best thing we got. Tapping out against Verdance also doesn't feel amazing. I think it's still right to run Traverse into Verdance, like even if they're on this like more spell-based version. Just because I think that like they still have to run Felling and Plow Under, even if it's just as Earth cards. Okay. So sending 1 at us. I think we're okay with that. As long as they're not rampanting. Okay, Pulsing Aether Life. I'm surprised they didn't pop Plume here. Oh, they are popping Plume. Cool. Yep, that's a problem. So that is quite bad. It's a lot of Arcane. So I think we're probably gonna have to start paying. I forget how much this is coming in for. So it's 4, 5. So they gain 4. So they gain 4 total. So then this is coming in for 4. And then Rampant is another. Sorry, I'm processing this. Rampant is 5 plus 5 on that. It's pretty rough. Yeah. So what are we doing? We have Harmony in Arsenal. We have Harmony in hand. Guess we get rid of Grain. So yeah, we'll pay into the Arcane Barrier here. It's not a good position to be in. We just kind of bricked a lot of turns in a row, which is kind of par for the course for Zen recently. We will get to AB a little bit of this though. Also, just a note on kind of AB into these new Earth heroes is that it feels like it does so little into them, generally. All right, so we need to get pretty lucky here. We will do Passover though and Banish. Don't think it really matters. I guess Rampant Growth. And then what are we getting? We can try to hit again. What's our combo count at? It's probably pretty low at this point. I think we probably just have to tap out though. It doesn't feel great, but like if we don't kill them, try to kill him here. I don't know if we can win this game. Verdance is still a very hard deck. Like, you just need to try to race them, and I don't know if this combo center build necessarily is the best at that, but we're trying it out. I think there's still a little bit of room to kind of explore new things in Zen. I think the 100 wins are actually not too terrible into this matchup. They just have so much armor and block. It's like, so much to punch through. All right, successfully went off an arsenal again against them though, so that's pretty good for us. But they are coming in for basically lethal. So I think we need a block here, and then on our turn, transcend, do something. I don't know. It's a little bit rough. Is transcending better here? I don't even know if it is necessarily. So we don't have Shuko anymore. Also interesting that they're main decking Scour. So I guess we're starting with Bittering. All right, and they got the Rootbound again. It's very annoying. Sure. I guess we're sending Kakara, although, like, we're basically dead. So much life gain. Alright, that's back. This would be a pretty good hand if we weren't in this position, but it's a little bit unfortunate. Oh, they're just sending us for damage. That's actually fine. Well, probably need to... So we need to block at least -2 on this, basically, so we need to block with 100 wins as well. And then we have 3 chi in our hand. It's rough. Technically not dead. If they have it here, they have it. Like, we can't actually do anything about it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Storm Striders. Scour. For... what? Sorry, I'm confused. Oh, they just pump... Ah, I see. Yep, so Waning Moon is good. Yeah, Verdance is rough. You can get there sometimes, but I feel like they just had it, like... They had, like, a very good game plan into us in terms of, like, just not attacking. Like, if you look at their deck, actually... Like, it seems like very few actually attack actions. Like, they have the CNCs and stuff, but they don't have, like, kind of like the Cadaverous or, like, anything else. It just seems like kind of forcing, like, the Channel Millennium Tree. So interesting. I don't know if we need to start, like, adding sideboard tech for Verdance. Like, maybe, like, Poison Well or something cute like that. But we'll see as the meta develops how much Verdance there is. It's definitely going to be a pretty popular deck from what I'm seeing. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into the next game. All right, we got a Florian. What do I have for my Florian board? All right, we're still in tied purpose for Florian. I don't know if that's necessarily correct, but we'll give it a shot. And then what do we want else? CNC is probably good. We can fat deck a little bit. I think it's fine. Yeah, that seems okay. Maybe run CNCs just because there are a lot of more like defensive Florian builds. I wonder if the CNCs are also maybe good against that last Verdance we played. Just being able to kind of prevent some of their root-bound carapaces from hit connecting. So we'll pitch the yellow Underwoods here, I think, and then we'll block with our aspect. Seems fine. Just hold on a Transcend card and CNC. Alright, looks like they're on well grounded, Arc Knight. Okay. What are we doing here? Obviously, we want to try to put Transcend card in Arsenal. They don't have Decompose yet, so important things to note. Part of me just feels like it's overpitched to CNC. Because I know a lot of these Florian lists can be pretty tanky, kind of like Guardian-like. So lots of like Deer Reacts and like Sync Blows and whatever that card is that makes a rune chant. Like the 0 for 4 block that makes a rune chant, reduced to rune chant. Looks like they have Haunting Revelation as well. So I think Florian lists tend to generally run pretty defensively. Alright, good hand though. Especially against CNC. One problem with CNC though is we would have to give it a go again. Which means they get a Reaping Blade for free, but we get a free card basically back, so I think it's okay. Yep, so we'll go ahead and do this. Again, I'm not in love with giving them an action point here, but it's probably fine. Also, we maybe should have Homage first instead of doing the other one. Just so we can like shuffle the chi in the deck after we pitch. So kind of an awkward hand. We can pitch to Zen and then Key Unleash at the very end. So what are we getting in the middle? We can get like a Breed Anger. That seems okay. And then just Arsenal, Homage. Yeah, I kind of like that best. We'll go ahead and pitch our other chi as well. And again, we should have probably kept on to the Stir the Pot there. It's been a little bit since I've played Zen. I've been going back and forth between Zen and Ocilio. They're both very fun. I still have a little bit of hope and hope for our boy Zen though. It's presenting some pretty good breakpoints though. Alright, and finish on the Key Unleashed. Alright, another one. We can block this one out, so that's good. So we'll take the one rune chant, that's fine. And then on our turn, what are we doing? We do 100 Winds, Tiger, 100 Winds, or we can Arsenal the Tiger actually, so we can do like 100 Winds, Winds of Eternity is pretty decent. Seems kind of fine with me. The 100 Winds do get better the more 100 Winds you have, so that's one thing going for this list is that it's fun to run all 900 Winds. So that's fine, we'll let that happen. Might technically be more damage to get something else that's not a Winds of Eternity, but using up Winds of Eternity before other kind of threats is pretty okay. Like leaving more like Mauling Keys or whatever in the deck is probably fine against Florian. Alright, looks like they're getting rid of Felling. Looks like they don't have Decompose up yet, but they will have it with this card. Interesting. We're playing on Arsenaling a Tiger here, so even if they have like the Plow under, it's like fine. And a resource, we're not going to use it though. And then we'll get our Winds of Eternity and just slap that bad boy out. Sure, 2-block is fine with me. Alright, Weakest Link is annoying, but yeah, it's just annoying. Okay. Traverse. What's the block here? Taking it seems kind of bad. So we give them an Arsenal as well. Blocking with Kasaya gets rid of like a late game threat, which I don't love either. I feel like we block like it's like 6 like this, and then on our turn we get another chi, we can pitch to Zen, get like a key unleashed and then send it. It seems fine. Not in love with this play, but like it's probably important to not get weakest linked, and keeping our armor around as like a late game threat with like Kasaya against Rune Chance seems pretty good. So we'll go ahead and get. Actually, is Chase better here? Chase is way better here, so we're gonna get Chase. I forgot about the Tiger and Arsenal. Yeah, the Earth Heroes are just so tanky. Like even more tanky than like Guardians and Victor, which I think are already kind of rough. Oh, this one's on Tunic and not the chest piece, which is interesting. Wonder what the Tunic is for. Oh, also going back, I forgot they were on Reaping Blade. Did we gain life when we were at a higher life total than them? I was not keeping track of that. That was, yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I need to watch that back and see if I was, but that might have been another consideration with the homage stir the pot thing that I was thinking about. All right, let's see what their one card hand is. Nothing. So what is our turn? I think we start with Rising Sun Passover. Do we want to give them an Earth card? Probably not. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do that now. We'll give them... I think banishing an action is fine. So banishing like CNC is probably okay. Get a resource, and then we'll Rising Sun. Pouncing Key is pretty good. So we can bottom that guy, gain a resource. We need one for this. Tiger, Pouncing Key, wins. So we can... I think we can get a key unleashed here, right? No, because like this needs a tiger. What are we doing here? Could also just be 100 wins. We're not using the one extra floating. Or alternatively, we can just put Bittering in Arsenal. Kind of depends what they do. Yeah, 100 wins is fine though. So the play here is to do 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. And then park that in Arsenal. It's a little bit awkward. There might have been a better play there. Maybe Mauling. The problem is like the Winds of... It's hard to use the Winds of Eternity. Alright, making a Might token. That's kind of interesting. Alright, 2-card hand is potentially spooky. Although no, that's a 1-card hand, so I'm less scared of Plow Under. Tunic into what? The Reaping Blade. Sure. That's okay with me. Yeah, that's fine. So here, we can't transcend. Well, we can transcend. But we need to shrink our levels. Maybe that's fine, so we can just develop out the Wind Chakra. It's like +2 damage. And then we have 1 here. We'll draw a card. Getting a Pouncing Key out of the deck seems fine. So we get Pouncing Key, we do 2, 1, 4, and then whatever we draw, we can Arsenal or we can pivot. It seems okay. We'll do Draco. 100 wins is fine. So now we can even go off an Arsenal if we so desire. So how do we want to best utilize our breakpoints here? Probably start with this. And then put the Battering Thorns hit on the Tiger. Oh, actually, what I should have done is I should have went Chakra. Oh, that was a huge punt. It's too late now. So we would lose 1 damage on our Kakara. Or we could just throw in an Arsenal. We're losing a ton of value, though, if we don't do it. Yeah, that was a little bit of a fuck up. I think we just do it now. Unfortunate. Or not unfortunate, but unfortunate I didn't see that. I think I was talking about doing it and just didn't do it. We'll hold on to the 100 wins for next turn. Okay, it looks like they're just drawing up. So we'll start with 100 wins. It's also why I'm not super in love with like AB into a lot of these heroes, is because like we haven't even like barely been dealt arcane damage this game. They've kind of just been playing earth cards as opposed to like Runeblade cards, you know what I mean? What's our play here? Probably just CNC pitching the Tiger Swipe and the Mauling, and then arsenaling levels seems good. We have a lot of chi in our deck at this point, so it's pretty likely we find one, and then we can like turn on 2 modes. Alright, they do have the block card, which is a little spooky. They haven't really gotten the decompose value though. Alright, I'm happy to take Tunic from them as well. Okay, they're starting to get their decompose on. Pretty good. This hand leaves a bit to be desired, so maybe we're blocking here. Blocking at least a little bit. Mainly with this. Yeah. Pummel. Mad Lad. Okay. You got me. Let's see. Let's go to the pouncing key, I guess. Okay, I see the vision now. I see the vision. Let's do just 100 Wins Aspect, I guess. This is the most jank Florian list I think I've ever seen, but I guess they all kind of look like this. More or less. Alright, that's back. Plow Under is annoying. Card's so gross. Yeah. Demoralizing. You're just blocking 3 here and then parking one of these guys in Arsenal. God, you get so much tempo out of this card. This card's so insane. Alright, we're just gonna do spinning Kakara and then probably park this in Arsenal unless they have another one. How many Plow Unders have we seen? Just the one. If they keep 2 cards here, I'm gonna go off on Arsenal. It's pretty likely they have another one at this point, or like a CNC or something. Let's get our 2 value in now. Okay, Cadaverous. So they're still threatening it. Don't feel too bad. This is a great hand, though. We're just gonna rock it. Yep, I think we're just getting Chase Aspect and then finishing on CNC. Although we probably don't want to finish it on CNC, so maybe just doing Chase Aspect is fine. Although we could have knocked a card to threaten going off an Arsenal. Depends what they do here, I guess. It's probably right to go off an Arsenal. Yeah, I should have probably done that. Takes a little bit of adjusting to get used to these Earth heroes. Okay, CNC is fine to see, I guess. Although it's a little bit scary because now I think they're pretty easily representing. That also doesn't work, but that's fine. We're probably getting plowed under. Oh yeah, I should have gone off an Arsenal. It's a big mistake, but at least I acknowledged it. It's half the battle, I guess. What are we doing here? Probably just blocking 3 again and then sending 7. Not in love with this, but it's probably okay. They're not really threatening a ton of rune chance yet. Although now we have to kind of go on an arsenal. Like, yeah, this is kind of just rough. We messed up pretty bad that turn, though. And I think it might just lose us the game. Like, if we go off an arsenal, we get +3 damage. They're at 5, effectively. And then they play that out. Block 3, yeah. It's pretty good. They have another one here. It's pretty rough. That's also pretty rough. But it's not that bad, actually. So what do we do here? I feel like we need to keep on holding on to some of this to just send damage. So we're definitely blocking with some of this. The question is, what do we want to hold on to do the thing? What if we blocked with Chase and then the armor, and then we did Harmony? We do Biting Breeze, do that. Is that better? Or no, we do Harmony, Bittering Thorns, Grain, get something. Alright, I think that's the line. Yeah, these Earth, like, I think the matchup's like a little bit scuffed just because the Earth cards are so kind of busted, but it's really not unwinnable by imagination. Alright, we will green this. Hopefully this messes up their plan to de-react us. Perfect. Alright, so we will get an extra +1, and then what are we tutoring for? Let's see. Probably just a 0 cost at this point. Yeah, probably just 0 cost. So the breakpoint's actually not going to matter very much from the bittering here, because assuming they have a 3rd block. We're not doing a terrible job, though. Yeah. So Bearing Thorn's not getting a ton of value just by the way we had to kind of play it out here. Okay. You get a little bit of chip in and put him to 6. Although this hand is okay. This hand's okay. Do go again. They're almost out of cards. I think we are just seeing here, though. Threatens lethal. Keeping an arsenal is also not incredibly important since we still haven't seen that last plow under. I think we're also... We've seen all the CNCs. All right, there's the last plow under. We definitely had an opportunity here to, I think, deal an extra 3, so they should be at 1, kind of. All right, coming in for 5. I think we just gotta take it all, though. Yeah, we can use this whole hand. Shouldn't have a way to kill us from 4 on our turn, though. So here, I think we're starting out with the spinning. I think we're gonna try to get Winds of Eternity if we have 1, 2. I think we still have 1 left. Should have 1 left. 1, 2. Not seeing the 3rd one. Yeah, I think we're good on the 3rd one. So we'll get last Winds of Eternity, Kara, Tiger 100 wins return, you should get the drop in, or at least get close. Oh, it's a Trudge kind of closing out these games. And like Florian can still like live this if they have like a 3 block and a 4 block in hand. Or even just 2-3 blocks, they still live. Yeah. Pretty good. Okay. This is probably good enough to close it though. I don't think there's any way they live here unless they got something nuts. What's the play here? Is Breed good? I think it's Mauling. We don't have a chain ender right now. Do we pump off this? Pumps this and this, and potentially gets another thing. We use this for pitch. Yeah, I guess it's basically free at this point, right? Perfect. Yep, just do that instead, I guess. Kind of lucky, but I think we still had it regardless. All right, we were able to beat one of the Earth Heroes. You know, we'll take that as a victory. I don't think Florian's all that bad. Good game, by the way. Yeah, Florian's definitely spooky. Powell Florian's also kind of nuts. That's a wild idea. I have not seen that before. Yeah, but Earth games just go on for so long. Holy crap! They just have so many CNCs and disruptive effect. It's kind of crazy. That Verdance game, I think we could have done a little bit better, but it's still a very difficult matchup, especially if they're on kind of like the taller arcane stuff. I think if they're on more like attack-based stuff, it's a little bit better for us, but yeah. Yep, but this is my current iteration. Again, I need to test these 900 ones a little bit more. I think it might be good. I've been trying to think if that's like the actual like best path here, because I don't know. I just haven't been that impressed with like the Tooth and Claw stuff. And although we did get some pretty clunky hands during those games, like I think the overall power level there is still quite high. We might trim to like 35 and maybe like take out the Blue Key Unleashed for something else like a Blue Harmony of the Hunt to like add like a Tiger generation effect somewhere in here. But yeah, I don't think this deck's unplayable. I think there's maybe like this is I don't want to say this is the best build, but this is, I think, the closest you can get to doing like broken things with Zen again. So feel free to give it a try. Again, I try to keep my versions up to date. So let me know if you all like this deck list. If you have any new ideas, let me know, and I'll see you all next time.